MonsterTech is doing a giveaway on my channel. Stick around for details on how you can win a set of chair or desk mounts. Star Citizen is an alpha, right? So it's a given that the performance might be low and there's going to be bugs. But many of us have paid into the project because we've got hope for the future of this game. But what if I told you that there was a version of Star Citizen that you can play today that is often even buggier and worse for performance? Are you tempted? Well, no. And that's how I think a vast swath of players feel about the PTU. Oh, you mean I get to play a version with guaranteed frequent wipes and no sense of progression? Oh goody! If I'm honest, I know I've been in that group of people many times myself. But unfortunately, the PTU is apparently pretty important. We're on the road to recovery, but the release of 3.18 was hampered by login issues, databases dying, and a deluge of data that the system was not up to deal with once it hit the live servers. What worked really well in the PTU started drowning once the wider live audience jumped into play. There simply wasn't enough data collected or problems explored in the PTU phase to uncover all of these issues. And currently there is a very ambiguous sense of doing your part that some players get from participating in the PTU. And those players probably play it a lot. And they do deserve some credit because PTU testing is really important. But to that point, I ask, haven't I already done my part by buying the game? In fact, given how much I have spent, I think I've done several people's part at this point. And just like you get more flies with honey than vinegar, I think we can sweeten the deal of playing the PTU to greatly increase its efficacy as a testing medium. In my last video, I talked about the importance of leaderboards and how player competition does a lot to drive a game forward. Those ideas can be extended to the PTU as well. If there was a way to track PTU participation and show it off as a badge of honor, right off the bat, you'd get people trying to earn those accolades. For instance, what if there was a badge for completing 25 bounty missions in the persistent test universe for a given test cycle? Maybe a jack of all trades commendation for completing a blend of mining, bounties, cargo, and PvP. Make these commendations public and visible. Whenever someone posts on Spectrum, have it be part of their name tag in the forums. If CIG implemented achievements tied to persistent test universe progression, you'd get a lot more people playing just for that. But just like CIG introduces features in various tiers, accolades are kind of like tier 0. Like, they're cool and all, but we can definitely stretch ourselves a little more. Like, what about cosmetics? I know I harp on this idea a lot in videos, but that's just because cosmetics are a huge economic motivator in the gaming industry. Look at Fortnite. That's their bread and butter. Call of Duty, Destiny, and pretty much every major title does cosmetics. Having cosmetics that can be earned exclusively through the persistent test universe would be a huge incentive for getting players to join in. For example, a major feature introduced with 3.18 was salvage. Seems like a great opportunity to push out some ship skins related to salvage. Like, what if you could earn a skin that makes your ship appear to have been repaired? Instead of bright, pretty colors, now you've got the choice of grungy, bumpy silver textures. Heck, make some workers' jumpsuits covered in oil so it looks like you've been hard at work salvaging. Or give us a skin that makes it so that whatever you're flying looks like a flying tractor. Something akin to like the Argo series of ships. Give us a bright orange Gladius or Avenger Titan. When Bounty Hunting 2.0 comes online, make skins to mimic the Slave one from Star Wars. Take that copyright-free Mandalorian helmet and give us a dented version. These are just a couple ideas, and there's a ton more to explore, like hanger flare, all kinds of other knickknacks. I talked about different kinds of cosmetics in my last video. The point here is, give players a way to earn exclusive rewards by playing the PTU, and you'll have no shortage of participants. It also would not be terrible to have some things carry over into the PU. Imagine a set of missions that you only gain access to by participating in the most recent persistent test universe cycle, that you can then play in the persistent universe. As an example, you talk to Miles Eckhart, having played in the PTU, and he recognizes you for your service and gives you a mission that only top performers can handle. Kind of a your reputation precedes you kind of deal. Giving the PTU this kind of notoriety would definitely do a lot to inflate egos of participants, but also make them feel like they got something out of the deal. And while we're talking about the PTU, we can't ignore the issue council. I've seen some ideas bounced around tying rewards to filing issues on the council. While that initially sounds good, then you quickly get a flood of duplicate reports from people filing as many as they can. That would entirely hinder the purpose of the issue council. But we can still get some things out of it. Give us a rating system in the issue council where players can give a thumbs up or thumbs down based on the quality of a report. Then allow players to earn 5 stars like they're an Uber driver. So, if I write an accurate and detailed report on how I encountered an issue, be it by filing the initial report or by contributing to another report, then I can gain credibility. There may be some issues with this, but in my mind where it works perfectly, it seems like this would make quality the focus rather than quantity. It would also give developers a way to kind of sort through the muck at a glance. If everyone starts off at 2.5 stars, for instance, and you run across a player with a 1-star report rating, then maybe their issues aren't well-founded. Finally, I think the PTU can be incentivized by further differentiating it from the PU. Do things like make every ship rentable in the PTU, because does it matter if everyone and their dog is flying a game-breaking meta ship? No, it's the PTU, it's going to be wiped the next day anyway. If anything, it just gives lots of data for balancing it. CIG could also remove any kind of stock limits for cargo trading. If you want to see what buying and selling an entire Carrack of Widow looks like, try it out, do it in the PTU. Unless it directly conflicts with the testing focus of the patch, making a kind of party mode would attract a lot of people for the novelty factor. And with this, CIG can introduce a lot of rotating variety to entice players to come over and try it out. Things like super fast quantum travel, uncapped trading as mentioned, no law system at times, replace the UEE with Xenothreat, increased bounty difficulty, let players try some of those finished Squadron 42 ships that aren't available in the PU, and so much more. And none of these would be an all-the-time deal, and certainly not all of them at the same time. But the PTU is where you can test things that likely would not work for the persistent universe balance issues. This also would help with collecting data outside of the defined metrics that we have in the persistent universe, and stress systems beyond what we are capable of doing within the confines of that universe. For instance, one of the issues with 3.18 was that players were struggling to log in. Introducing the delivery option slows down part of the process so that the database doesn't get hit as hard when a player logs in. If making it so that players have to request a delivery is helpful, then why not test what happens when every player is a whale? Give everyone in the PTU every ship. Does this fix still work when every player is going through Christmas trying out every ship they don't have? Essentially, what it boils down to is if you need players in the PTU, make the PTU the place to go. Give players exclusive rewards for participation. Cosmetics, accolades, reputation, all of that are great incentives. Reward players' efforts in the PTU with things that they can carry over into the persistent universe with missions, exclusive perks, etc. Finally, really push the envelope with each patch cycle so that the PTU can be the place where players can explore all the what-if scenarios. Really stretch the PTU to push it to its limits. I really think that if CIG did these things, they'd have no shortage of players itching to try the next PTU patch cycle. But what are your thoughts? Is there something I missed? Share your ideas down below. Monster Tech is doing a giveaway on this channel. They have been a great supporter, and I really love their products. They make solid sim gear for any kind of player. For me, they made a custom chair that works great for transitioning from playing Star Citizen in your ship to playing an FPS in Star Citizen to anything else. It is the perfect solution for the kind of player that I am, and I'm confident that you'll find something you'll like on their site. If you want 5% off your order, use code ODDJOB at checkout. But if you want a chance to win a set of chair or desk mounts, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and comment on any video during the giveaway period with that video's secret word. And a winner will be selected once the channel reaches the subscriber goal of 1,000. Today's secret word is make the PTU a blank mode. Comment below using that word and I'll know you are paying attention and you'll be entered for the giveaway. Otherwise, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and until next time, this is Odd Job Entertainment signing off.